Sorry, this video is coming out a bit late. This video was recorded like 10 days ago, 2 weeks ago, give or take. I just haven't had I couldn't be asked edit it all together and add them all into one clip, whatever. It kind of takes a while, and sometimes it's annoying because when I upload to YouTube, my phone goes really slow for some reason, and I don't know why, but if I upload on YouTube while I stream also, it ends the stream. I don't know how that works because I'm uploading on my phone. So I'm still baffled how it works, but it's like cut off more than enough to be a coincidence because it's cut off like 5 times somehow. This video is like 3 hours or 2 hours and a bit, I don't really know. All said, hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe, do stuff. There's like a couple more events on Genshin I kinda need to do, and I'm also starting to play Fortnite and other games again, which is nice. But I think there's 2 events on Genshin that I need to do, and I'll probably go as a video, but I need me to make sure I do them before they go, and also what's the thing? Yeah, Zelda Zone Wars will probably make a comeback. I went out today just to see how it was. It looks like it's some new stuff and just events that will make for good views and live streams when I get bored. I probably won't play it as much as I did when I first played because it'll probably be slowed down. But also I have a bunch of like unlisted Zelda Zone Wars 0 videos I need to export to my CapCut and edit them. So yeah, before I probably start streaming it, maybe I'll just be adding I'll be doing my own Zen Zone Wars, just like finding the unlisted videos on my YouTube and then download them to CapCut and edit them. So look forward to that. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Hope you enjoy it. I am recording now. Just to make sure, double check it again. I'm gonna check my thing. Okay, what's that? Okay. Go to quest. Navigate. Okay, one sec. Let's go and navigate. Do I? Sure, why not? If I get Navigate really early on, that'll be really peak and sick, but I doubt it. I'm just gonna go and try and wish for Navia, but if not, I build my P. I do want Navia, so like, it's not like building P on something I don't like. But if I don't get it, at least I build my P, so. It's kind of like, thingy. In my opinion, the only thing worth buying in Genshin Impact is probably the Welcome. It's literally like the main thing you should buy. Unless you're obviously just buying thingies.
Hey, there's a newsstand over there! Wanna grab a copy of the Steambird? We know our Fontanian friends love a little drama.
Yeah.
There's no way they let their readers down. Isn't that Charlotte? And standing next to her, surely that can't be Kanich?
His voice!
Lost treasure resurfaces at last. Behold the beauty of the Remurian teacup.
Oh, Charlotte's my voice. I've done this. By the way, I will say, I know like their voice in different countries. I think their voice in Japanese and stuff. But I am not going to listen to Japanese for like an hour or whatever, how long ever this quest will be. Hold up, this one is a gem. An illegal restaurant called Serving Sewer Stew proves surprisingly popular.
Pretty shocking. But it still feels like it's missing something. Ah, got it. Udex gravely wounded in shocking stabbing. Set to miss cross-border smuggling trial.
Yeah, we got the new was like stabbed, right? My oh my, that can't be for real. Were they competing to see you can find like the most like best headline or something? Fine. I hate to admit, but you won this time. I can't do a
Huh?
show list.
What? Did Paimon hear that right? Neuvillette was stabbed and gravely
Unless it
wounded?
was coming up with like a thingy. Unless it was coming up with a
No, surely that can't be right. Can it?
surely not. If it is, we're all toast. I think it's like they're like coming up with like random tiles or clickbait tiles. Ah, I thought I heard a familiar voice. Well, if it isn't Drift and Paimon. Well, coincidence, Mr. Kanichi and I were talking about you two just a minute ago, just a few minutes ago. Unfortunately for me, he's a very loyal friend. I pressed him for some juicy details, but he remained tight-lipped about you. Yeah, you better. So, anything you want to share with me about the great Drift triumphant exploits in that land? It was a team effort. Yeah, I did. I actually did. I did a lot of the work, but my week I did, a bit. Also, I loved the idea of us coming back for today. It feels really nice. So, modest as ever. Modest as ever. I don't know why I tried to put on French accent for that. Anyway, I'm getting a bit ahead of myself, sorry. Also, the recent new event for, I did it yesterday. Well, not yesterday, 2 days ago. I uploaded it today. Was, without getting just cut with 5.6 hard conquest. 3 hours and 3 minutes. Basically, almost 3 hours and 4 minutes. Honestly, like that thing for some reason took about 15 hours to exploit to YouTube to upload. I don't know why it took that long. It took like 15 hours. I slept while I was uploading, and I was had it unlisted. But even then, when I came up to, it wasn't up. I had to make a thumbnail and all that, and on the title, which kind of suited the thing. Anyway, yeah, gross. Let me backtrack a little. Hi, you two. It's been ages. What brings you back to Fontaine? You know, we came back. Even if they are like the most weirdest people here, for example, that kid in the back who's just hopping while that random person says.
Hey there, you two. Fancy running into you here.
Finally, you talk. I was getting bored of the stalemate between Charlotte and I. What a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, that, and also a less than pleasant shock. What the heck was all that about a story of meat restaurant and the eunuchs getting stabbed? Please say you weren't being serious.
Oh, that we were just trading tabloid headlines. Is that what you're talking about?
Trading tabloid headlines?
Yeah. Charlotte and I were having a little contest to see who could find the most ridiculous fake news stories.
Oh, okay. Delude. Let me go on one. To that. The end of Tavat is now. That sounds like a great fake news story.
Either I got lucky, or I have a knack for honing in on the most outrageous material.
So I am sorry you had to see such an unflattering side of Fontaine, Mr. Cleach. Oh, so they were trying to figure out the most fake stories from the newspapers. Sure. These great tabloids were write their headlines. Surely the short can scandalize. All they care about is grabbing your attention to boost their sales. The ones who still got a shred of integrity will at least clarify the truth in the main body of the article, although the headline is still an underhanded trick to draw readers in. I mean, that's what people do nowadays, to be honest, but sure. But others like the one we were just reading out loud have no cause about making outright fabrications.
If I had to quantify it, I'd say about 1% of what they write is the truth.
Yeah. That's pretty lenient of you, Mr.
Huh? Him?
Oh no.
Oh, you gotta be kidding! Ah!
Yeah, he can't fly right because of the no fly rule from what the live stream said.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to give credit to these so-called news stories for occasionally including a grain of truth. All I'm saying is, even the wildest leaps of the human imagination are always rooted in reality.
You mean all those fake headlines you mentioned actually do have some basis in fact?
Sure they do. For instance, there was in fact a smuggling trial recently. Considering the amount of speculation surrounding the smuggled goods, it's no wonder there are rumors about restaurants serving saurian meat or teacups being unearthed from ancient ruins. But in reality, the goods in question were simply a few ancient relics dug up from ruins in Natlan.
They're still ancient relics, but yeah.
Rest assured, no saurians were harmed in the process.
No stories were harmed in the process of making this video. And if you're wondering why the Ludex didn't preside over the trial, it's because this case was assigned to another judge right from the offset. Also, Ludex doesn't judge that doesn't judge over every case. I mean, I guess that makes sense. But like, what? We gotta meet this other judge. It's not as if the only has one judge. You can't expect him to handle every single case by himself. On a more interesting note, the trial in question went remarkably smoothly, and it was all thanks to Mr. Clean's testimony as a key witness.
Oh, okay. Paimon was so busy freaking out about those headlines
Oh yeah,
that she
Ethan's
totally
in this
forgot
place,
to ask
isn't
why
he?
you're here in Fontaine, Kenichi.
Phew, it was all a misunderstanding. The world's not going to end. For now. Sigh, maybe not, but it'd be an even better world for me if Mr. Kenichi would agree to another exclusive interview with the Steambird.
It was a pretty open and shut case, and my testimony in court was clear enough. But I'm guessing, Mademoiselle Charlotte, that you're less interested in the case than you are in trying to uncover some news stories about Natlan.
Yeah, probably not. Like, she'll do anything for a story at this point. Drat, you saw right through me. Guess I'll put it down to the keen instincts of a renowned saurian hunter. Any response to that, or?
I appreciate your kind invitation, but like I said, storytelling isn't really my forte.
Kenichi the speechless! Kenichi the tongue-tied! Huh?
If you're dead set on doing an interview, why not talk to the Traveler instead?
Back to me again. To each. Of course, that's a brilliant idea. No, I'm not being stuck at Charlotte. But that also means I'll need a bit more time to prep. Let me put together a full list of interview questions. Paimon, we gotta get out of this now. Paimon, we're leaving. We're leaving Fontaine. I don't care what the reason we were here for, we're leaving. Sounds like I'm not allowed to refuse. Yeah, well, I know I can be persistent, but at the end of the day, it's your call. Please let me get right to refuse. Anyway, I should probably be getting back to work. I also need to go track down a gentleman and report to these letters. Raise tablets. Farewell, my friends, until we meet again.
Charlotte never stops, does she? Anyway, Paimon just has to ask. That owl thing that popped out before, or was it a howl? It kind of looked like a howl, but at the same time...
Oh, that thing. Yeah, that was a howl.
Huh? What's up with him? Like, he's still noisy.
Oh, is that why
he's
she...
way quieter than before. It's like he's trying to hide or something.
Probably no flight rule. Second of all, why is Paimon not doing the same? Maybe he's not accompanied very well to Fontaine. But then again, I guess we should be outside of her. We've saved the city, man. Saved this country.
Could be.
Not acclimatizing? Aw, poor almighty Dragon Lord is not feeling well.
Too bad he can't come out to argue back.
What do you mean?
There's nothing physically wrong with him. It actually has to do with a strange law we learned about after arriving in Fontaine. Apparently, it's forbidden to release flying objects within Fontaine city limits during the first 3 days of each month.
Oh, I get it now, and I'm sure Paimon gets it even better.
Paimon sure does. Paimon's been down this road before. There's an easy solution. As long as Kaniche holds onto a house tail, he'll be considered an almighty Dragon Lord balloon, not a flying almighty Dragon Lord.
Not gonna lie, I was considering that. But Ahau wasn't too thrilled with the idea of huffing and puffing away in the form of a mini helium balloon. That said, it's pretty annoying how he keeps randomly popping up all of a sudden. Anyway, this morning I saw a notice outside the Palais Mermonia about an event that's set to take place outside the city soon. Something to do with filmmaking. I hear that's all the rage here. I was planning to stay here and do some exploring for a few extra days anyway, so I think I'll go check it out. It'll be a good chance to let that noisy helium balloon out. He might even learn a thing or two. If you're free, why don't you come along?
So I heard the noise. I think it's kind of like so. Sure, seeing how angry always makes my day. It's still always up for a bit of fun.
I know where it is, so let me lead the way.
So, 15 minutes into the quest starts. We've had to pause a bit, but
Off to the freezer. Yeah.
so like okay. So I'll also play around school. Depending on how long this takes, after that, hopefully, yeah, this is the event thing, right? Hopefully, I'll be able to
Looks like I
level
remember
up
correctly.
my
Here we
new
are.
character.
Wow,
Oh, there it
this
is.
is
Let's go for it.
awesome. Hard to believe it was
Let's
just
go
an
for you.
empty beach before.
Yeah.
Is this place gonna
It
be
was still
disappeared
completely
after the
deserted only
thing,
a
though?
few days ago when I passed by on my way to testify at the Opera House. There must be some efficient workers in Fontaine. Quite impressive.
A few days? One night was all it took. Rap-a-tap-tap, ta-da!
Oh,
But is this all it takes to blow people away? Oh, no. Given my past experience, I can't let myself get carried away.
there's something oddly familiar about the way he talks. Who are you again? Because I actually don't know who she is in general, but like in the live stream, that like we knew her, so.
Well, I can't believe you actually remember me. It's me, Lepine Pauline. That's right, the unlucky one.
You really like people don't like you one. Good to see you again. The prototype lens has come in handy, by the way. Been keeping yourself busy with some proper work lately?
Of course! How else would we have managed to build Fantasyland in a single night?
Fantasyland, oh yeah, we get to like make roller coasters, right?
At least that's how I like to think of it myself. A magical land of fantasy, the stuff of film buffs' dreams. I know it sounds like I'm laying it on thick, but that really is the goal here. As you can see, the theme of this amusement park is Fontainian filmmaking, a place for all film lovers to come together and co-construct a world of dreams.
Co-construct? Well, that's a relief. Sounds like you're sharing the cost this time rather than pouring your entire life savings into a single project.
Nope! I might be inviting others to help fund this, but that doesn't mean I haven't thrown all my life savings into it too!
Huh? You've got to be kidding.
At least most of it's voice.
Look at you, puny little humans. Recklessly betting your entire future against some stupid vanity project.
How you need a shot.
If you're expecting even an ounce of sympathy from the almighty Dragon Lord, dream on.
He's a flying object.
Is all you shall get.
Put it
Straight
in the
from the heart.
Sorry, just ignore that little gizmoid. He likes to butt in occasionally. Do go on.
I will say, like I did say at the start, if for this event, like I'll get all the content of the class and all that, and put a one-to-one video later on. Because like sometimes in these events like that, it can go on like multiple days. For example, you'll get part of the story quest, and like 2 days you'll get the next part, and then 2 more days you get the next part. But in between those, you'll obviously get the actual game you can play. So yeah, this will probably keep me on the game a lot, and I'll obviously stream playing either way. So yeah, but I don't know how it's gonna be, thingy. So yeah, we'll have to see.
Gizmoid? Who you calling Gizmoid? You're the Gizmoid!
Let's come back.
Wow! That's quite a nifty mecha you've got yourself there. Is it some sort of smart personal assistant? You ought to let Miss Charlotte see your cool gadget. Oh, who knows? Maybe you could even look into mass production.
I don't want mass production.
Production? Ugh, insolent, vulgar, and disrespectful! I, the almighty Dragon Lord, am one of a kind! There has never been another like me, nor will there ever be! And another thing, smart is the understatement of the century! I shall have you know that I am the Hula-How, forebear of ancient wisdom! I lived for eons long before any of you were born!
What? Heavens above! I beg your pardon, forebear of ancient wisdom.
Oh.
Please, I meant no offense.
Idiot meets idiot.
What's all the
I
fuss?
love you.
Making some new friends, are we?
Miss Navia! Allow me to introduce the star behind
That
all
crap's
the work
there.
that's gone into this venue. Miss Navia, president of Fontaine Spina di Rosula.
Well, we already know her. She's actually on the panel.
Hello, everyone. Partner, Paimon. How have you been lately?
Ah, my trusty partner. Very well, thanks. No, more like psychic, let's be honest. Very well. Thanks for even better now. Yeah. Let's be honest, I don't remember anything Navi's actually done. Because this, like, she's a good character, but like, she's more of a psychic than a partner. Actually, that's Palmer's job, I guess.
Hello there. I'm Kanich.
What about me? What about me? My useless servant can't even give me a proper introduction.
You'd think someone yelling their name out in the middle of a public street really needs an introduction?
He's not wrong. I caught yours just now, in fact. So, you must be the almighty Dragon Lord, Mr. Ahau. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, see that? That's what I call proper manners. Well, it's not every day you meet a well-mannered human. Navia, was it? Excellent. You may address the almighty Dragon Lord by his
Please
name.
punch in the face.
Navia, don't you think the title Almighty Dragon Lord is a bit silly?
It's no big deal. All little animals do that, don't they? I mean, try to puff themselves up to look more impressive.
How totally being treated like a little
Anyway, it's all thanks to Miss Navia and the Spina di Rosula that Fantasyland's gotten up and running in the space of a single night. Honestly, thank heavens! After all that paperwork and endless waiting, the event and venue finally got the green light. I couldn't wait a moment longer. The second the approval came through, I reached out to President Navia, hoping she could lend a hand. After all, who else but the Spina di Rosula would indulge such impulsive demands?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Sorry, traveler. Miss Lapine Pauline sometimes gets a bit overwhelmed by her own excitement. As you can see.
I can see.
I'm guessing she hasn't gone into much detail about the event yet.
Not
So let
really.
me fill you in.
Okay. Do as you will.
In short, the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland is a fan convention that's open to film enthusiasts from all over Teyvat. Miss Lapine Pauline is hosting this event and also providing technical support.
Huh?
Okay.
Cheval Moran?
That's right. The one and only Surintendant Cheval Morand!
Do. Oh, things in the
After much
background.
persistence and many
Escoffier.
solicitations, I
I
finally
can see
obtained
Escoffier.
Lady Farina's
Hi,
permission
hi,
to
Nicola.
use the image of her close friend. Not only is our adorable mascot drawing in fans by the minute, but she's also boosting her own popularity. And
Who are we even
that
talking
was
about
always
here?
the goal. A
I'm so
win-win
confused.
arrangement.
It's been a while since we last met, but still, it's a surprise to hear Lapine Pauline coming out with such sensible ideas.
Why is there
By
crap in the
way, Miss
background?
Lapine Pauline, have you decided to switch
put me
careers
off.
and go into film tech?
Not exactly. By chance, one of the prototype lenses I developed
no,
caught
you're
a photographer's
not.
eye, and it's now being used for the latest cinematic
A
production.
cubicle
Thanks
and
to
a
this
fit under my bed,
unexpected
thank you very
opportunity,
much.
I've had the chance to invent various film-related equipment and props.
That's right. So
That's just
don't
saying you're the size
underestimate
of an
Miss
ant.
Lapine Pauline, our resident engineer. She's the technical powerhouse at the core of this entire event. As for the Spina di Rosina,
Yeah.
we're mainly here
That-
to take care of planning,
That crap knows
operations, and
where and
management.
when it is.
For anyone feeling inspired
I
to
think
set
it's
up a booth,
it's probably
Miss Lapine Pauline
I
and
feel like
I
it's
will
still
provide
on the beach or
necessary
whatever,
technical and
considering
operational support
there's
once their
new stuff here.
application has been approved.
Oh yeah, stop talking over me, Novia. Jeez.
By the way, traveler, are you at all interested in taking part? It would be a chance for you to earn some extra income. Plus, with your skills, I'm sure you could bring something special to the table.
Are we basically rich in this game or something? I swear we are. Second of all, yeah, sounds like a lot of fun. Sounds like a lot of fun. Show me. Yeah, I'll do that.
Would be even more tempted if you were to
After
say,
this.
throw in one of those fancy feasts she's
And then
seen in
let's
those
be out of
gourmet
this
food
cutscene.
reels.
Well, as it happens, that'll be a piece of
I
cake.
thought we were making carnival
Everyone
games,
needs to
whatever.
eat, whether
That's what it
they be
looked like in the
tourists or the
trailer.
stall owners themselves.
That's just a different
So
event.
thanks to Miss Navia's help, we've managed to invite none other than the celebrity chef, Miss
I'm-
Escoffier,
I'm-
to run our theme restaurant.
Normally, I would just skip it.
Uh,
Is the kitchen burning? What's going on? She's disciplining everyone. Escoffier's story was
You.
fun to watch.
Yes, you! For the last time,
Uh.
the ingredients have to be in the right ratio. Get it right next time, or you might as well just lie down on the chopping board yourself.
Jeez.
she seems a
Yeah, I'm
busy
not
right
interrupting
now.
her while she's cooking.
Well, I'm sold. I think I'll make a Hal go be her assistant.
Yep.
You little...
Yeah.
What's your game here?
Ow, go.
Demoiselle, sorry to bother you, but there's an issue over here that requires your personal attention.
Apologies. Looks like it's back to work with me. Please feel free to take a gander at what we've got. Anyway, if you're interested in taking part, come find me later.
Sure thing. Okay, I'm out of there. Before I go over there, if you want, I might as well. If you're still in here, I don't even know. But, what one do you want to see? See a level to run, but... Show me your inventory, so like... Jeez. What else news? Yeah, I need to use these for like upgrading and stuff. I think I'll get rid of them. Then of course artifacts. Artifacts not too much, but I use them for thingy. And then food. I actually have a lot of food, just considering I have a lot of like ingredients for food, just because I haven't really played a lot. But I kept like coming on to like you make. I do actually, just because it's easy to use. I think, regardless, it's like really easy to use. I use Farina and Cloran. Their combo is very good. Like, you do that, and then you just... But it's pretty... Oh, I don't want to give it stuff. You can probably do that too. I honestly want to pull first cover because I just like, okay. Navia and whoever you are. Like, I'm meant to.
Traveler, it's you! Ready to join the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland crew?
Okay,
No problem. We'll be ready when you are.
Okay, that's the thing. So the toolkit again. I don't know how he walked away.
The fresh vegetables from the new batch are exceptional quality. I just wish I could say the same about the new staff.
Yeah. What did you want to ask? Might as well ask now before I get put back in on the story.
Greetings. Apologies if you overheard my harsh words just now, but I assure you it is entirely necessary. The sheer lack of standards here will be the death of me. Do you have any idea of the kind of customers I'm gonna get with how lax things are at the moment? The ones that leave their guns behind by accident, and then come back to collect them later, bringing ammunition with them.
Yeah, that's the kind of customer you wouldn't forget in a hurry.
I liked her. I will say I did like playing her, and I think right now it feels alright, but it depends. It's not like a must pull 100%, but at the moment I pull for kind of whoever I like, to be honest. Unless I know there's like an insane character coming out, but even if there's like a really good character coming out and I just don't like that playstyle, I probably won't pull for them realistically. Yeah, I personally liked it. I was like torn whether to pull for Novia and or Escoffier, so I pulled I bought the Woken like a couple times. And I'm on the Woken right now. That's like the only thing I've actually like bought in general is just the Woken. It's the only thing I bought. I bought it like what 3-4 times. It's like what a $5, and I have money like to spare. So that crab is just how has it made itself over here? What's going on? Until then, it was free to play, but I'm not someone who gets like so concerned about like, oh yeah, I'm playing free to play. I'm just gonna keep it like that. Some people will, like, if you buy something on the free-to-play account. Oh my god, I was playing free-to-play. Is my thing buffering, or did you just put a buffer thing in?
Wait, has that happened before?
No, it's just the mention of guns reminded me. Someone did actually leave their gun nearby.
Huh?
Just before we started setting up, as we were cleaning up the site, someone stumbled upon a mysterious locked box. It didn't look like something from Fontaine, though. It had more of a Natlanese vibe.
Oh?
Do you think a foreign tourist might have left it behind?
That's what I assumed at first. But the box was buried beneath a pile of wooden planks, rocks, and whatnot, so it seemed like someone deliberately hid it there. But I didn't see much point in speculating, so the best thing I could think of was to hand it over to the authorities. I trekked all the way over to the Palais Mermonia just to hand it in. Ugh, it was exhausting.
What did the authorities make of it?
Oh, they made a mountain out of a molehill, as usual. Before even addressing the question of what was actually inside the box, they had several heated discussions about whose responsibility it was to write the lost and found notice. Thankfully, the ever-reliable Officer Sedine stepped up and immediately called in
I've
the
never heard of her.
Phantom to crack
Maybe
the
I
lock
have.
and
I
check if there
can't
were any
remember
dangerous
majority
items
of
inside.
names.
And, as it turned out, there was a gun.
Wow, that's a dangerous item, all right.
Mind if I ask what kind of gun it was?
I mean, we've got like swords and stuff. Like they're pretty dangerous too.
Mr. Kanich, you're from Natlan, aren't you? Do you know a lot about guns?
You could say it comes with the job. I have an interest in weaponry and the like.
Ugh, such a spoiled brat. What, are the toys I gave you not good enough for you anymore?
Yep, got sick of those long ago.
You little... Don't dare you turn your nose up at my gifts! Why,
Time for a timeout, old-timer. Sorry, where were we? Oh yeah, do you recall what the gun looked like?
It's a bit hard to describe. If you ask me, it didn't even really look like a gun. Give me a second. I'll knock out a quick sketch.
Ah, yes. I thought it was just gonna say, I'll work out quick sketch and it goes night time. Those more like a cannon. Like, that's not a gun. Like, looks like a cannon instead of a gun. But again, I guess you can hold out that gun. Heavy gun, probably, though.
Whoa, it's so neat and precise!
I'm assuming that's probably gonna be the story bit, right? Sketched by a professional engineer, after all.
It's nothing. Sorry. Is something wrong with my drawing? I know it doesn't really look like a gun, but I assure you, this is exactly what it looked like. And it certainly could shoot as well, too. I confirmed that with the officer from the Marechaussee Phantom.
No, quite the opposite. The features are very accurate, and it is definitely from Natland. Please, don't mind me.
Okay.
I'm just taking a moment to admire it.
Thanks a lot, whatever your name is. I'm not gonna bother trying to read it. Can't wait for the event to get started.
I should be the one thanking you. Thank you, and everyone else for your support.
Don't mention it. Besides, we haven't really done anything.
Not at all! The buzz and excitement you guys bring is exactly what this event needs! Oh dear, I'm starting to feel a bit guilty watching everyone else toil away. Guess it's about time I got back to work too. But just before I go, one last thing. Traveler, it's wonderful to see you. Here's to a successful collaboration!
Oh, well. It seems like Kanichi has something to say. Let's go find this quiet spot.
I'm sure you noticed that there was something unusual about that gun.
It looked ancient.
Correct. It's most likely an old weapon dug up from some ancient dragon ruins. Based on my experience, it might be more accurate to refer to it as a hand cannon. But in Fontaine terms, it's not wrong to call it a gun. Given why I came here, don't you think it's curious that an ancient dragon relic of unknown origin would turn up like this, out of the blue? I suspect this gun might have something to do with that smuggling case. It might have slipped through the cracks.
Yeah, that is for some
Time
way
is
of
of the
like throw it
essence.
to the side.
So I'd like to head over to the Palais Mermonia to verify my suspicions.
I think I'll join you.
Perfect. Then we can head out right away. Or, if you want to catch up with your friends first, I can wait.
Good. I do want to try the event pod thing, so I'll do this.
Traveler, ready to join the Cheval Moran Film Fantasy? It's time, dear partner in Paimon, for us to turn our attention to the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland. As I mentioned, the park was started up by enthusiasts who brought in the Spina di Rosula to handle the planning, construction, and operations. Of course, enthusiasts aren't typically all-around experts. They usually stick to designing the event booths. We, for our part, handle long-term operations and develop standardized strategy guides for the different activities.
Long-term operations? Strategy? It all sounds so complicated.
Yep.
We spend most of our time adventuring, and we barely have any experience running a stall. Do you think we can handle this?
Not every big boss went to business school, you know. We've done plenty of big business ourselves.
That's more like it. You've seen it all before, haven't you, partner? I'd even go as far as to say you've shaped some of Tevat's biggest business ventures. Anyway, first things first. Let's get an overview of how the whole festival's gonna be run.
Okay. That was a long explanation, sure.
As you can see, our fantasy land's a bit... The Spina's only been able to hire a limited number of craftsmen. Besides, we don't have enough experience to handle multiple projects simultaneously. That's why I chose to adopt a time slot-based planning method, so we can focus on specific tasks during each designated period. Upgrading facilities, expanding the venue, hiring staff. All of this requires funds and time slots to accomplish. So, it's our job to allocate precious time slots in each business cycle to the most worthwhile tasks. As we attract more guests and earn money to add to our funds, we'll also be able to work more efficiently, which will allow us to divide each cycle into finer time slots, which will let us get more done.
So we'll be limited in the decisions we can make and tasks we can focus on within each time period. Which means we have to use our limited actions and Mora to earn even more Mora. Kinda like playing chess or cards then. Cooking up a strategy in advance is gonna be key. Paimon thinks she just about gets it. How do you feel about it, Traveler?
Sounds right up my alley. Wow, I guess we'll learn on the job.
Yep, come on, we can do this. You mentioned standardized strategy guides just now. Does that mean there are non-standard ways to take part too?
Of course. Film and entertainment mean different things to different people. And there's gonna be a wide range of exciting activities for people to try out. If we're not careful, some visitors might wander off and end up getting in trouble. And others might pick up dangerous props by mistake. To avoid confusion, we need to create a standardized strategy guide for each activity. Just think of it like a walkthrough.
I see. You want me to be your test player. I get it. You want me to set the benchmark.
Wow, if we're the first ones to test out the activities, who knows what surprises there could be waiting for us. But if we hit a tough spot, we'll just have to rely on our skills to carry us through.
Hopefully it goes without saying that I'd never put you in danger, partner. I carefully checked all the existing
You put us in
activities
danger
before
all
you
the time.
arrived,
I don't know you're
and I
about.
can assure you that they're all perfectly safe. I also wanted you to experience the activities before anyone else gets to. It'll be fun. Plus, we'd like to hear your thoughts and suggestions.
Oh, those are two things Navia is best at. Making people feel safe and having fun.
Great! Well, I can't wait to hear what you think. Your input is super important to us. All right then, let's start with Eclectic Escapades and put our first guide together. All right then, time to try out Eclectic.
Oh, I didn't read the thing. I'm assuming I just need to collect money while going through the things. Well, I can't. How do you go down here? So I can't go down. I don't understand how to go down. The X. Okay, I'm failing this guy. My god. Nah, it didn't seem like I went down earlier. Scams. I didn't get enough points. Right, try again. Now I know how to do it, like, fine. So much better than doing it earlier. I've finally got down. I haven't played the game in a while. Yeah, I definitely got it. Oh. Okay, -5. So I'm doing a bit of the event because that's like the boss a bit.
Both of you seem even more excited than before. Looks like your first trial run didn't disappoint.
The challenge one was super easy to get into and it ties but perfectly with the film theme.
Paimon hasn't actually watched that many films, but after trying it out, she might just be hooked. We should check out the film that it's based on.
Great job, Paimon. That's exactly what our
What's
enthusiast
also
friends were
based on
hoping
the
you'd
Titanic
say.
just going in the water.
They'd be beyond delighted to hear that visitors are curious about the films that inspired these attractions. Some have even been willing to contribute extra funds out of their own pockets. Where budgets have allowed, of course.
Out of their own pockets?
That's right. While the Spina di Rosula covers the cost of basic booth materials and rental fees, many fans have personally funded promotional materials and related merchandise. The cost of the booth itself isn't their main expense. Some of them have already started designing spin-off products inspired by film characters. Take our official mascot, Surintendant Chevalmoran, for instance. She won second place in the last most popular character poll for the comic film category, and was even dubbed the pinnacle of round, bouncy cuteness. Many people have expressed interest in designing cushions based on her image, using the highest quality fabrics and hiring the most skilled artisans to
When they
mass
talk about
produce
this
them.
costume, I'm
These
assuming they
cushions
mean
will
the like
officially go on
little
sale at the
animals,
next convention
right? The
alongside
moth or
lots of
whatever.
similar products.
Now that you mention it, I kind of want one too. Should Farina be getting a seasonable cut?
Don't worry.
Seasonable
As
cut?
Surintendant Chevalmoran's guardian and official image rights agent, Farina's already getting 60% of the sales revenue. After all,
Oh, is it
the
Farina's
fans
like
are doing
pet?
this voluntarily, not for
Whatever.
profit, but to promote Surintendant Chevalmoran's adorable image. The more Mora ends up in Farina's purse, the better Surintendant Chevalmoran's meals will be. And who wouldn't be happy to hear that?
Oh, Paimon likes the sound of that. Everyone working hard for something they all love without worrying about profit.
Still,
Yeah,
we
no one would
can't
ever do
just
that in this
ignore
day and
Mora
age.
completely. Whether it's fan creations or official commercial projects, some level of financial balance is still necessary. The same logic applies to the Chevalmoran Film Fantasyland taken as a whole. Once we finish the standardized strategy guides, our attractions can officially be open to the public. But we can't take personal charge of the ticketing process. There's plenty of work to do at the various booths, and the park itself is a work in progress. We'll need to assign dedicated employees to maintain and manage each attraction. There's a recruitment section on the park's bulletin board. We've received many applications, and each candidate has their strengths. Our job
Sophia, what are you
is to
looking
match
at?
the best candidates to each attraction based on their overall performance. Once assigned, the staff will keep the attractions running, ensuring a continuous revenue stream.
Okay, so
Wait, so we've suddenly gone from being playtesters to heads of human resources? That's definitely a first for us.
I have very high standards when it comes to reviewing resumes. I'll make an awesome boss.
Just don't hold everyone up to your own standards, okay? You can't expect everyone else to be as capable as you. Alright, time to review some resumes. Fingers crossed we'll get some exceptional candidates.
Okay. That was the winter event. Go here. You got the business one, then you got this one. Go to event. That's what it's gonna tell me the thingy. I kinda wanna see what the UN parts on your version to line out around the. You got 20 votes yet. I don't want to do the business one right now.
When reviewing resumes, pay attention to each applicant's area of expertise.
Okay. Is that Linny? That's not Linny thing. South Center. Actually. Oh, I don't really have a choice. I literally had no choice. I had no choice in the matter. You and I run in that area.
Looks like this particular employee is really getting into their role.
Wishing them success on the job, I'll be monitoring their attendance closely.
You're both doing great. You sound more like bosses than I do. In any case, with this, the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland is now officially open. Running a theme park is a long-term project. You won't make much if you try and rush it. We're just about done with our current work setup, so let's take a short break and wait for this cycle's revenue report to come in.
End the current. And how do you end the current operation cycle? Yeah. Oh, yep. I did business, but I still don't understand things. So I did business, but I didn't really understand any of that. So, yeah.
Well, the numbers might not look that impressive, but given that we're just getting the ball rolling, I'd say that wasn't a bad start. Building on this momentum, we must consider rolling out more unique business strategies during the next cycle. To draw in the crowds, I've invited one of Fontaine's very own celebrity chefs, my good friend Escoffier. She'll be performing right here in the amusement park's restaurant.
We already
On
know
that
this.
note, let's go catch up with her.
So, is the restaurant part of our business strategy too? There are so many layers to this operation.
It's gonna be all over the place, but I'm also doing this. Like, personally, it is gonna be out of order, but right now. Head to the rest. Like, this seems a bit more story-wise, that pull event-wise. Also, that looks nice. It's a whole film thingy. If I click off that, is it still a film? Anyway, I'm gonna start the other thing now. Just wait to get that up, man. I don't know if I'll like do much of the story wise for that. I don't mean I don't know that I would like have that as a story too much.
Bro!
Oh, we're underneath one.
Are you mimicking me? Now's not the time. Come on.
No, I mean, one of our buddies is here, for real. Quite a few of them, actually.
Aurora and Aoife, what brings you to Fontaine?
Huh? How come you're... Ah, I'm guessing Kanich is here because of that international smuggling case, right? I've heard quite a bit about that.
Word sure gets around quickly, huh?
First time abroad and you're already making headlines.
Oh, stop it. It's not like I was the center of attention.
That guy at the back, he looked like he was looking at us, but I don't know if that's just because I made sure I can't remember the people by here.
Wasn't expecting to see the Traveler and Paimon here too, though.
Come on, Aoife.
Huh?
A traveler, by definition, is someone who travels around.
Fair point.
Yeah, come get with it.
Anyway, back on topic. Wait a second. I lost my train of thought. What were we talking about again?
Why, you're all here, of course.
For vegetables.
Huh?
I'll go first. It's for the Chevrolamine Film Fantasyland. Wait, is that right?
It's Cheval Moran.
Ah, right. I keep stumbling over that one. Guess I owe Cheval Moran an apology, even if she's not here.
It's okay.
Anyway, long story short, the festival restaurant urgently needed fresh vegetables from Natlan, which is why Aoife and I are here.
So, you guys are vegetable couriers?
He is. I'm just here as a responsible adult. It's his first time traveling so far away from home, and all the elders in his tribe were worried. So they had me come along.
Even though it's your first time too.
Right, but they still picked me to accompany you. You gotta wonder why that might be.
Yeah, I wonder.
Don't you get it? They all just saw how overworked you were, so they used it as an excuse to send you off on a vacation.
Wait, what? So I'm getting the grandson treatment now too? See? Doesn't matter how much older you are than this dude. Hang out with him long enough, and you'll eventually find yourself being treated like a kid.
Meaning everyone looks after you. What's so bad about that?
In theory, nothing at all. In that case, guess I better start over. Hi guys, my name's Aoife, and I just turned 5.
Nice to meet you, Wilbur.
Paimon's not sure who the responsible adult is anymore. So, what about Kakuku? If he was here, we'd be making more of a ruckus than we already are.
That's exactly what's got me worried.
Aoife, there's nothing to worry about. You're a big boy. You can handle yourself now even without Kakuku.
You think that's what I'm worried about? Anyway, my priority right now is Kakuku. Suffice it to say, Kakuku's in big doo-doo.
How so? He's so small, and all he knows are a few harmless phrases. What kind of trouble could he even get himself into?
Let me guess. Did he get caught out by the law on flying objects?
Bro, you too?
Not me. How?
Oh, that pesky little chatterbox. So that's why he hasn't interrupted us this whole time. Guess he's too scared to show his face.
Yeah, that lot is stupid.
Plus, he's already spouted enough nonsense for one day. So I've put him on mute until tomorrow.
Nice one. If I was even half as decisive as you are, I would have kept a closer hold on Kakuku so he didn't get a chance to go flying off.
I guess that's what flying objects do.
Oh no, bro. Or rather, did Kakuku get caught by the guards for flying around?
If they had managed that, we'd at least be able to track him down. But when the guards started chasing him, Kakuku flew into that building next door. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a high-stakes pursuit going down in there as we speak. Just like one of those cool crime movies.
Which building? That one?
Yup, that's the one. Kakuku sure has a good eye for a getaway. It's the tallest building around. I may be able to fly up pretty high, but checking every last window would still take quite a while. As for Aoife, well, let's just say he's not flying anywhere without a Saurian. Sorry about that.
Not like it's my fault, though. You don't have to apologize on my behalf.
Wait a sec. What's this got to do with how high you can fly? Kakuku's got himself into a real mess here, like a panicked animal running straight into a trap. It's pretty worrying. I'm starting to picture him flapping through a barrage of gunfire while important documents are flying about left, right, and center.
Heck yeah! If anyone can pull it off, it's Kakuku. He's always been such an awesome Saurus. I believe in him.
In other words, right now in this zoo, there could be not one awesome Saurus, but two.
For real now? Do you even hear yourself, bro?
Of course I'm for real. I'd never make light of something like that.
All right, everyone's an awesome Saurus. Well, the human version. But our priority right now should be to go in there and check up on Kakuku.
Okay, I'm gonna quickly go to the toilet, so I'll see you guys in a bit. This is very freaked out. I don't know how long this quest is gonna be, to be honest, because I also got distracted by the whole like thingy event. So yeah, we'll have to see, won't we? The previous thingy was what, 3 hours? I think it says at the start it was like 3 hours. Yeah, 3 hours. And honestly, that quest was a elite. Anyway, yeah, I'll see you guys in a bit. For you, it'll be like a couple seconds. For me, it'll probably be like, what, 10 minutes, give or take. Probably less, I don't know. Cheers. Just testing. Yeah, okay, that sounds alright. As it happens, Kanichi and I were just heading over to the palace for something else.
Leave it to us.
You sure? Wow, awesome. That'll be a huge help.
And if Kakuku doesn't listen to you, I give you permission to pull out a couple of his feathers.
Wait, since when was that up to you?
Well, then it's your call, bro.
All right then, if Kakuku doesn't listen to you, I also give you permission to pull out a couple of his feathers.
There you go. If he objects to that, tell him to come find us.
He won't. Trust me.
Back when we first met Kakuku in the wild and I begged you to take him under your wing, I never imagined you'd end up spoiling him rotten.
And I never imagined you'd be nagging me about it.
Oh, well, I definitely saw that coming.
Huh?
You're only 5 years old after all.
Nothing new there. The first...
What's all that commotion? Are they arguing in there?
Observation som var det. And change colors. I see. Yeah.
No way, bro!
Did he say he came from Natlan? No.
Get out of here!
I can understand his words, just not what they mean.
Oh no.
For real now?
Bro!
He keeps repeating the same things over and over again.
Oh, you know one another.
Easy, bro. Easy, bro of a bro.
He's a friend! Yeah! A saurian friend of a human friend!
Great. Well, that was easy. Looks like we've tracked down the owner. Guess that's one less lost and found notice for you to write, Monsieur Neuvillette.
For real?
Traveler, was there something important you wanted to discuss with the Udex? I'm just about done with my business here. Need me to step out?
Stay and hear them out first. Perhaps it will have some bearing on your own work. If I'm not mistaken, you are the same Mr. Kanich who served as a witness in the smuggling trial? I take it there's been a further development in the case.
That's right. Very perceptive, Mr. Udex.
So you've met Neuvillette before? But wasn't the trial overseen by another judge?
I've seen his photo in the papers.
Oh.
But as for this other gentleman...
Allow me to introduce you to Mr. Risley, administrator of the fortress of Meripede. Or in layman's terms, Fontaine's prison warden. Please, feel free to share anything about the case. There's no need to keep anything from him.
Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you!
Wow, that sounded just like me. But should we really discuss official business in front of the Saurian?
Oh, wow! Oh, no!
I believe he said... Or rather, I suppose he meant that he'll keep this to himself. Though I should mention, Mr. Kukuku, that we will have to ask you to sign a confidentiality agreement.
Sure thing, bro!
It's a little bit strange, but we really are a great pair, but also...
Let us return to the matter at hand. Mr. Kanich, was there something else you wanted to discuss relating to the case?
Yes. Let me fill you in.
Kanich tells Nouvelle Razi about Lupin finding the gun. Nouvelle makes inquiries with the relevant personnel, and sure enough, they locate the box and the gun.
Wow! It really is exactly like Lapine Pauline's sketch! That must be all that practice drawing engineering blueprints, huh?
So if it's true that this weapon came into Fontaine alongside the contraband from the smuggling case, then there's a high chance we overlooked a suspect.
That's exactly my line of thought.
I see. Mr. Kanich, thank you for reporting this promptly. I'll arrange for the Marechaussee Phantom to investigate right away. We should begin by questioning the prisoners in custody. Wrightsley.
I'll sign off on the interrogation request, don't you worry.
That would be much appreciated.
It's lucky that the Palais Mermonia wasn't scheduled to release any public bulletins today, and that this gun's lost and found notice hasn't been written up yet. In other words, the news hasn't leaked.
I'll be staying in Fontaine for the time being. If there's any progress in the investigation or you need my help, feel free to reach out anytime.
That goes for me too.
Yep, we were just about to go help out with Lapine Pauline's convention. If there's any news, we'll keep you all posted.
Marvelous. Thank you all. Well then, all that's left is to...
You miss me, bro?
He really does come out with the most unexpected things. Who did he learn it all from?
A couple of top bros from that land.
Huh. Well, it's pretty extraordinary.
Anyway, according to due process, we must first determine whether Mr. Kukuku qualifies as a flying object. And, following on from our conversation just now, he also needs to sign a confidentiality agreement.
You couldn't just say he's a bird.
Drafting said agreement may take some time.
It's like the rest of the
Looks like you'll be staying with us for a while then, Kukuku. Excited?
I can help pass the message on to each friends.
That would save us a lot of trouble. Many thanks.
Don't mention that.
Alright then, we'd better get going. No need to see us off.
I see good. Have we seen what that before? I've not heard.
I know you mentioned a while back that people from Nadland would soon start showing up all over the world. But I hadn't expected anything like this.
I feel for that.
It seems no matter where they come from, all dragons are inquisitive by nature.
You can say that again, bro!
The same might well be said for humankind. The real reason you chose to stay to investigate this case was your curiosity about Natlan and Mr. Kukuku, was it not?
Guilty as charged. Nothing gets past you. So, how about we take this opportunity to chat a little more? We've got the world's best translator on hand, after all.
Sure thing, bro!
Bros, what are you up to?
Aurora and Aoife, we found Kukuku!
What's the situation? How bad is it?
There's some good news and some bad news.
Oh no. When I saw that Kakuku wasn't with you, I'd already prepared myself for the worst.
Relax, Eva. Maybe Kakuku just prefers high-rise living now. Sometimes you just have to let the kids grow up and make their own choices in life.
For real now? Do you even hear yourself, bro?
It's not that bad. Kakuku's fine. Still very much alive and kicking for starters.
He hasn't been arrested either, so no jail time.
Even had an interesting chat with some virtual VIPs.
See?
You're not exactly reassuring me here.
As for the bad news, well, it's really not that bad. Kakuku accidentally overheard some top secret stuff, so he has to stay at the Palais Mermonia for a while to sign a confidentiality agreement. But there's no need to worry. The person in charge of looking after Kakuku is super nice, so he'll be absolutely fine.
You just have to wait a little bit wait a bit longer.
All right. That doesn't sound too bad after all. Wow, hearing that's put my mind to rest.
But based on my understanding of how things work here, the ban on flying objects should be over by the time Kakuku actually gets out.
What a shame. Oh well, I guess we'll just have to go have some fun without him.
You don't look disappointed in the slightest.
Anyway, Auroron and I will be staying in guest rooms upstairs at the Hotel de Boer for the time being. Feel free to drop by if you need us.
Alright, bro.
Yay! Problem solved! Alright, let's catch up another day.
I know it's gonna be the end of that part, to be honest.
Ad Astra. Thank you for complete. Ad
Doing
Astra.
this. Yeah. Okay. Oh, there's a lot of stuff you can like. Okay, realistically, you should like complete this event because there's a lot of ways to get like, upgrade your thing. That we do that. Okay. Is that this just want to do? It's pretty clear. It's just like
The restaurant is up to standard, and the waterside location will make for a unique dining experience. The beautiful scenic reflections in the water create a stunning backdrop, lifting diners' spirits and allowing them to truly savor their meals. Ingredients, check. Cooking utensils, check. Looks like we're ready to rumble.
Hey there, Escoffier.
Oh, my employers are here.
I don't know if this is the name
The
of the event
president
or
of the
whatnot.
Spina di
I'm not sure.
Rosula, plus the famous traveler and Paimon. I must say, you seem a bit overqualified to be running a film-themed amusement park.
Nah, we're just about right.
I'd say that if anyone here was overqualified, it would be the former head chef of the Hotel de Boer. Wherever you walk, the aroma of fine cuisine follows in your wake.
Let's get back to business. I'm guessing you want the traveler to help me decide the theme dish for each cycle, right?
Yeah. Theme dish.
This is the business strategy I mentioned earlier. Using Escoffier's top-tier dishes to attract more visitors to the park. But this isn't just about attracting visitors. Her culinary masterpieces will surely have other surprising effects. Just imagine, Paimon, if all you needed was a single ticket to enjoy all the attractions and taste all the legendary food. Wouldn't you be tempted?
Then Paimon come every single day.
Do you do animal passes? I'll find a way to live here.
Now, here's the twist. To get the most out of this strategy, the menu can't be made public. Based on research by a certain food branding consultant, many restaurants have started offering a special chef surprise dish. So give me some inspiration every few business cycles, and I'll decide on our next theme dish. Now then, give me your hand.
My hand? I had no idea inspirations could be physically transferred.
A warm and energetic feel. Your hands are calloused from wielding your sword, but still quite delicate. When you grasp its hilt, it's like you're holding the bow of a violin.
Yeah.
A sword, then. The theme this time shall be strength.
Yep.
All right, let's find out what strength looks like in gastronomical form.
Power-packed barbecue ribs. Spend no less time you upgrade any attraction.
I've refined the sauce for these barbecue ribs. It's a richer flavor than the classic version, but not at all greasy. The mint extract in the seasoning leaves a refreshing aftertaste, perfect for indulging yourself after a fun-filled day. But if you ask me, I'd say the artisans need these more than the guests.
The artisans?
As I'm sure you've noticed, this park isn't quite finished. A serving of these barbecue ribs should help the artisans replenish their strength much more quickly. As their bosses, you have an obligation to provide meals for them. So why not invite them to dine here? Who knows? The morale boost might even improve their productivity.
Oh, if I recall correctly, you once served up some special fish and chips for the porters over at the Fleuve Centre. For several days after, the workers were all incredibly efficient. They'd finish 8 hours of work in just 5. And then, because they clocked out early, they'd come back completely refreshed the next day.
Then there's no time to lose. Go invite the artisans over while these ribs are still hot. I'll prepare some side dishes and desserts too.
That's a great idea! You really live up to your reputation, Escoffier! Looks like these themed dishes are gonna make a huge difference after all. We'll have to make sure we check in with you regularly.
You know you invite
The
those
artisans are
over
pumped and ready
training.
to roll thanks to that themed dish.
That unique aroma. I wonder how you'll inspire my cooking this time. All right then, I'll just go with the flow.
I have to change it. Well, can I leave?
And
Oh, great.
perfect timing, too. Let's take this chance to take the facilities of our eclectic escapades to the next level.
No, do you have any requests for me? So, there's no one-page sets of requirements. Phew, it looks like you finally have put a break, nice and easy.
We should be able to attract more customers.
That's right. An attraction will reach its ideal revenue only when its service value meets customer expectations. As we improve and expand our facilities, expectations will also increase accordingly. When that happens, we can deploy more capable employees or invest funds in training to enhance our employees' skills. be everything. Looks like you've pretty much mastered how to run this park.
Huh? Have we really? Thinking about it, we have learned quite a lot, haven't we?
Just goes to show how well Navi explained it all. Couldn't have done it without Navi's guidance.
Oh, not at all. I wouldn't say I taught you much. Your intuition's been guiding the way mostly. I imagine long-term operations sounded like a scary prospect the first time I mentioned it, huh? But don't let that scare you. Just break things down into smaller steps and tackle them one at a time. Even if you're not a genius or naturally gifted, you'll get it done in the end.
Whoa, seeing your own progress has really got Paimon fired up! Actually, she's gonna jot your words of encouragement right down. From here on out, we'll be running the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland together. Let's make it a big success!
Oh, that's that one. Oh yeah, finally opened it, okay. Performance, that forward. That seems a bit cool. It seems it's gonna be annoying to do. Let's me check. You got a bunch of stuff. 15, then you got 20, 20, 20. Case tracking. Unlocks in 1 day, unlocks in 3 days, unlocks in 3 days. Okay, for the, like, realistically, I'm not gonna do any more of the event, actual event thing for the, yeah, I'll do the event, but I won't show the event for the video bit. I'll do it on the stream probably, but like, I'll probably skip for a lot and not listen to all of it. Just wanted to listen to the first two while unlocking it. But yeah, I'll probably show it on the thing. Because it's just an event, it's like, thingy. That is avoided unless it entails into the story. I'll probably do a bit of it, maybe. Who knows. So. Alright, okay, I guess I'll record the rest of this video when the next thing comes out, which is in what day? Case tracking. Oh. Case tracking a day, 3 days, 3 days. So these come on the same day apparently. Oh no, I think this is for the thingy. That's pretty standard for class. So I'll play 1 day, then 3 days, then 3 days again. So, yeah, so I'll probably do this bit on the same day. This video is gonna be like an hour and something long. It's 3 hours and 20 minutes, so yeah. Okay. Also, I do like his art for the event thing, it was very nice. Okay, plan, I am gonna finish the, thingy case for the video and let me head over to Fontaine. Before this, then oh god, make sure I am just explaining because I've had Bill P on there. Is that by that also it's like Bill P if it ends up being thingy, and if I end up getting it, purple. Okay. Ah, Lions Roar. That stinks. My P should be pretty good on that though. So I end up doing P, it's like boom, it's like I built P, but if I end up getting another year, I'm like, I won't mind. That's the reason. If it was like something I didn't care to get, I wouldn't bother wishing. I think. Actually, I have to like tomorrow, don't I think. Yeah. I was gonna twist, I think. Yeah. Yeah. Just don't get my fucking.
It's been a few days, but
Yes, I know. Let's go check the smuggling case. Can you just tell me? Tell Jack. Oh, that's all I want. All the other stuff's out now, so like I can just do a show. Eh? So like because I was gonna like do them when they come out in general, but yeah. Ah, Kanish! Welcome out, God, oh, sweet. Good morning, little dude. Thing is, when I say dude, I type dude. Like, to my friends, I type dude, but I would never say, hi dude, how you doing, dude? I think I've said that a couple times in real life.
oh wow, Cuckoo's learned a new greeting. Is that
Oh,
good
yeah.
news or bad news, though?
Sorry,
not
I
saying
did
bro
everything
anymore.
within my power. But so far, I've only managed to teach him how to say good morning.
Wait, so that's all you've been up to this whole time? Get out of here!
I think that means no.
Huh? Okay, so good mornings aside, please tell Paimon there's been some other progress too.
Of course. That's why I'm here. Kukuku's not the only one that Mr. Risley's been getting to talk. I'm referring, of course, to the convicts.
It was nothing. These guys weren't exactly tough nuts to crack.
So, what's the deal?
After racking their brains, they remembered speaking to an inconspicuous middle-aged man just as they were preparing to pack up and leave Natlan. He was dressed in the manner of the Children of Echoes and carrying a box.
Okay.
Plus, the description matches the one the gun was found in. All in all, he didn't look any different from your average Natlanese traveler. Perhaps seeing that they were dressed as merchants, this man stopped for a chat, inquiring where their goods were headed, and even asking if they could share a boat. The smugglers were very cautious, though. They didn't tell him any specifics. But all this happened before I crossed paths with them. I happened to notice them as they were preparing to set sail. I thought they looked shady, so I snuck aboard, and ended up being carried along all the way to Fontaine.
Oh, okay. So that's how you got it. A series of twists and turns. Oh, you got a little aha at the bottom, loading. Was it a
Boss,
backstory?
do we
Okay.
know if those Fontanians will even like this stuff? What if we can't shift it?
And that's why we call you a rookie. It's all supply and demand, kid. Supply and demand. Natlan's foreign trade is just starting to lift off. There'll be a market for it, you'll see.
That's right. So stop giving the boss trouble, rookie. Just do your job and keep an eye on the goods.
Are they merchants? Have they come to Fontaine to do business? Scarred face. Calloused hands. On closer inspection, the fabric looks worn at the knees and
Okay, can you
elbows.
see it in the voice?
And his fingernails are dirty. Not exactly your typical merchant. Could he have previously been a warrior? Or even an adventurer? Something feels off. I'd better sneak up and get a closer look.
Always sneaking? Oh, we have this.
Nice thinking, boss.
I need crowds.
This tourist tub's been fast going and smooth sailing. Plus, no one's been asking us what we're up to.
That goes without saying. Big cargo ship would have been too slow, whereas the smaller ones would have been faster but way too bumpy. If we ended up damaging the goods by accident, all these months spent grafting away would have gone up in smoke.
Seriously? But there's hardly anything here. Would it really have taken them months to prepare? And why would they need to transport it with such care? Could they be secretly smuggling precious items out of Natlan? I'll need to find a way to get to the bottom of this.
Oh, okay.
Let's go hear what these criminals have to say for themselves.
What was that sound?
Sure enough.
I didn't mean to do that.
Boss, do we know if those Fontanians will even like this stuff? What if we can't shift it?
And that's why we call you a
Why
rookie.
is it playing this whole thing
That's
again?
right. So
Are they merchants? Have they come to Fontaine to scarred face? On closer inspection, could he have previously been a... Something feels off.
nice thinking, boss. This tourist tub's been fast going and smooth sailing. Plus, no one's been asking us what we're up to.
That goes without saying. Big cargo ship would have been too slow, whereas the smaller ones would have been faster but way too bumpy. If we ended up damaging the goods by accident, all these months spent grafting away would have gone up in smoke.
Seriously? But there's hardly anything here. Would it really have taken them months to prepare? And why would they need to transport it with such care?
Okay.
Could they be secretly smuggling precious items out of Natlan? I'll need to find a way to get to the bottom of this.
They just teleport. What the? You can't just teleport out. Why is that? It's like oh, I'm not getting called that. Why is it like, what's going on? Glitch. I'm so confused. Doesn't seem fair that he's just on that. I feel like he's just stuck there. Like he's glitched on the thing.
What was that sound?
Oh, now he's. Oh no, like he's glitched. He was glitched.
Boss, do we know if those Fontanians will even like this stuff?
I'm being scammed.
What if we can't shift it?
Oh my god.
And that's why we call you a rookie.
That's right.
Are they merchants?
It's annoying when you have to
They
play
come
through the whole
Scarred
sequence
Face.
again.
On closer inspection, could he have previously? Something feels off.
nice thinking, boss. This tourist tub's been fast going and smooth sailing. Plus, no one's been asking us what we're up to.
That goes without saying. Big cargo ship would have been too slow, whereas the smaller ones would have been faster but way too bumpy. If we ended up damaging the goods by accident, all these months spent grafting away would have
I'm
gone
not
up in
moving
smoke.
just gonna get stuck.
Seriously? But there's hardly anything here. Would it really have taken them months to prepare? And why would they need to transport it with such care? Could they be secretly smuggling precious items out of Natlan?
Actually, I want to try that. I think. Investigate the cargo. So I think what I have to do. I think if I hit them. There's also Wait, so how do you do this? 'Cause I can't. Leave. Wait, maybe you just hit. Or down.
Let's go hear what these criminals have to say for themselves. Sure enough, there are relics inside the box. It's illegal to smuggle such items outside Natlan.
Hey, why the long face? You're abroad on business, and you get to do some sightseeing while you're at it. Sounds like a pretty sweet deal to me. You better cheer up if you know what's good for you.
Okay.
I guess you're right. I was just worried I might have messed up with the packing, or that something's gonna go wrong along the way.
Oh, pull yourself together. Tons of foreign tourists come traveling to Fontaine. I bet their luggage is full of all kinds of weird stuff. If someone insists on checking it all, just show them the purchase order we had drawn up. Those Fontainians can't get enough of their legalese, so I've heard. They can look all they want.
Aha. So their aim is to smuggle in contraband after all. Looks like I've gathered enough intel about the smugglers and their contraband. Time to inform port security.
Finally.
So anyway, that was when I went and told the Fontainian guards about my suspicions. After an investigation and a chase, they finally apprehended them and sent them on their way.
Well, guess they're headed exactly where they should be.
Good job, Kanich.
Thanks.
Based on your recollections just now,
I was completely focused on those smugglers at the time, so I wasn't really paying attention to other passers-by.
That's only natural, don't worry about it.
Yeah, Kanich, you did great!
in other words, the person who brought the gun here, the one who lost it, has no connection to the smugglers whatsoever. They were working entirely on their own.
Oh dear, oh dear!
Sounds like Mr. Kukuku wants to chime in?
He said this elusive individual's actions are positively mystifying.
It's a good observation, I quite agree. However, we
This
still
was so
know next to
weird.
nothing about the person. Perhaps we should start by focusing on the lost item itself.
About the research effects of the gun, a lost object that was picked up. It came from an ancient Natlan dragon ruin. It was a corpse. This is a relic left behind by Natlan ancient dragon civilization. It's a genuine antique, so it must be of great value. That doesn't right sound good. The genuine treasure lost by the roadside, yet still it remains unreported and unclaimed. It doesn't seem like that. And that's a note, it's as if someone left it on purpose. Bait. Why would someone just leave such valuable? I don't know, it was the plan. What? Where was the plan for someone to come pick it up?
It certainly seems like it was the bait in some kind of trap. The only question is, why wasn't the bait made more conspicuous?
Has something sprung to mind?
I just remembered a film I watched this one time.
Huh? Oh, wow! No way, bro!
Hold on, let me explain. Just now, the traveler speculated that this box might have been placed there on purpose, as if the intention was for someone to come pick it up. That got me thinking about those films about kidnapping cases. When they demand their ransom, the kidnappers tell the victim's family to leave money or valuables at a designated spot for someone to come pick up.
That doesn't merely happen in films. There have been similar cases in real life. In fact, if anything, it's probably the real-life events that inspired the films.
Sounds plausible.
Yeah.
Wait. This raises the stakes to a whole new level. If the gun really was some kind of ransom, then since we took the box, the kidnappers never got their payment, so does that mean they executed the hostage?
Paimon, stay calm. You're always easy to spiral out of control. We haven't heard of any missing people.
I agree. I don't believe we have a kidnapping on our hands. Selling off stolen goods is extra work that most kidnappers would want to avoid. Unless they're after something very specific, they tend to just ask for cash. Could we be dealing with a kidnapper who's dead set on getting their hands on an ancient dragon handgun? It's not impossible, but the likelihood is very slim. We can discount that possibility for now. And speaking of selling stolen goods, don't you think this looks more like a transaction?
Yeah. About the seller, the gun was placed in a locked box and hidden away. Clearly, the seller wanted to keep their identity a secret. After receiving the instruction, the buyer would have gone to the designated spot with the money to pick up the goods. To ensure they actually got paid, the seller would likely have been watching the buyer. Before the buyer could show up, the green pillar found the goods by chance while setting up the event venue. Due to an unexpected arrival of Film Fantasy, and the deal had to be called off.
So, bottom line, this was an individual smuggler at work.
Exactly. And it was the location itself that caused the deal to fall through. The last thing they would have expected was for a quiet beach to turn into a bustling film convention overnight. Not only is the area now packed with tourists, but the Spina di Rosula have a presence there. I'll bet that both parties were completely caught off guard.
Great job, Oblivion Ball.
That sounds like a plausible theory, but how do we verify it?
Looks like your people better start rolling up their sleeves.
How so?
Easy. Just follow the usual procedure by putting up a lost and found notice. The more routine we make it seem, the more likely the suspect will come forward to claim it. Even if they send a proxy, we're liable to get our hands on new leads. And timing-wise, it's about time we updated the bulletin board anyway. All we need now is a lucky gestionnaire to write up the notice for us post-haste.
Ah, so that's what you meant by rolling up their sleeves. In that case, I may as well write it myself. Delegating this to someone else would require an additional explanation.
Yeah.
Or are you just not used to asking others to work overtime?
Is that really a major concern here?
Well, looks like I won't be needed around here. At least until the notice has been posted.
You could always wait here if you like. The Palais Mermonia serves a particularly fine cup of tea, if that swings it for you.
Thanks, but no thanks. I left a very noisy creature with a friend before heading out, so I should probably get back to feed it.
Ah.
Oh, wow.
I wasn't aware that you had a pet, Mr. Kanich. Speaking of pets...
Get out of here! Out of here!
Yep, that's the plan. Out of here, indeed.
I believe that what Wriothesley is trying to say is, you are free to leave, Mr. Kukuku. Furthermore, it has been determined that Mr. Kukuku should not, in fact, be classified as a flying object. As such, he shall be free to move around Fontaine.
He's basically a bird. Like, he looks like a bird. And he's a dragon, so like...
It really is good news! Travelers, should we bring Kukuku back to Aoife and Auroron?
Yeah.
I shall leave him in your capable hands.
No problem, let's keep in touch. No problem, bro.
Indeed.
Ah. You know, all this has made me realize that I'd quite like to have a pet.
If that proves inconvenient within the fortress of Meripede, perhaps you should consider finding a place in the court of Fontaine.
That actually sounds like a good idea. In the past, I always dismissed the idea of buying a property in the city. The prophecy about the floods meant it never seemed like a worthwhile investment. But now...
This might be a good time for you to re-examine the documents I gave you regarding your title as Duke.
Huh?
Citizens with honorary titles are eligible for certain benefits when purchasing property in the court of Fontaine.
Really?
Wow.
How about this? You read through your documents from start to finish, while I write up the lost and found notice.
He's there. Let me stay here for you too. Hi, character. Let's see, where am I going? Because it didn't mark on the map. Wuthering Quest.
Running late again.
Oh, that's a howl. I was like, what's going on here?
How?
What? What now?
Let's shake hands.
Fine by me. Get ready for a knuckle sandwich!
Oh, nice dodge.
Paimon feels strangely inclined to keep a safe distance. Did you miss me, bro?
Cuckoo, you're free!
Ugh, not you again. Nope, didn't miss you in the slightest.
Hey, Gramps. And hey, Paimon and Kanich.
I have hit like
It's good
all
to
those
see you all.
grabs.
Thanks for bringing Kukuku back.
Get it away! Get it away from me! Nice to meet you, bro. Who are you calling bro? Say that again to my face! I dare you.
If you've got the energy to argue this much, you're clearly not hungry yet. Let's go find something to eat while a How lives his best life.
Sounds good to me, bro.
Poor How. He spent all day being tormented by Auroron, only to discover that the suffering's just begun.
Aoife, as a Saurian vet, how can you just sit back and watch our little dragon bro suffer?
Huh? How am I the bad guy?
Even hear yourself? Ah! Doesn't anyone want to hear how Kakuku got out of jail?
I missed the wacky British what happens with Google to Ethan or no one wants to hear, I'm gonna be honest. Here Cuckoo now has permission to move around freely how space goes even redder than before.
Don't lose hope, Ahau. By the same standard, you have freedom of movement now too. You're still in the game?
Same standard? I will not be held to the same standard as that thing!
That's right. You won't. As far as I understand, the Palais Mermonia will want to assess your case on its own merits before they grant you freedom of movement.
Yes, Ahau.
Where's that Saurian meat restaurant again? I'm gonna march that little pink balloon right into the kitchen!
Yeah, good luck with that, bro. You'll be putting your own neck on the line, too.
Also, there's no such restaurant!
Anyway, thanks for looking after Ahau, guys. I'll take over from here.
Why, you?
One Kukuku delivered as promised. Looks like we managed to swap Saurians too.
Between the two, Kakuku wins the cuteness competition hands down.
Yeah. Getting picky now, huh? Well, Paimon wins my cuteness competition. No.
Really?
Hey, I didn't say it. I chose the wrong option.
Wait, who are the other contestants, though?
Okay, E4.
So now that our crew's back together again, what's our next move? Oh, how about a game of rock, paper, scissors?
No chance. If I lose, we'll end up stuck in the room watching films all over again.
Nope. This time, we'll only watch a film if I lose instead.
Had enough too, huh?
For real now? Come on, bro.
Can we just ditch this whole leaving it all to chance thing? Why don't we take our fate into our own hands?
Aren't we doing that already? Rock, paper, scissors uses our hands.
Yeah, E4.
Don't know why you're laughing. You're stuck with paper every time.
1, 2, 8, 10.
To see if anyone shows up to claim it.
I actually want to check. I don't think I do, but might as well. I did do a short class, so I don't know if I affects this. No, my reputation is still my reputation. I really should do my reputation stuff eventually, just like grind all my reputations up because I get bored. If I get bored, I should just redo that. Just for the sake of it, like why not? My monster reputation is also in the car at least later. To be fair, I didn't know if I even had reputation stuff until Nalan, but I didn't even know like in Doom had reputation stuff and Monster especially. Then again, I don't like look through every place unless it's like new to the game. I'm like, okay. Okay, we go.
Huh, looks like there were quite a few others with the same idea.
Ah, hello, you two.
I
Have there been any developments?
So
guess not. Well, the notice was only just posted. Guess it's pretty unlikely that someone would show up right at...
Special Patrol, open up!
Ah! Who's there? What's going on? The Special Patrol?
I don't think that's who this is.
What's the Special Patrol? Second of all, like, how are you gonna be knocking on Nuvalet's door like that? I swear you shouldn't be able to knock on Nuvalet's door like that. Like, he's like the head honcho here. Oh, someone's knocking at the door. Please, anything but the special patrol.
Hey, this isn't the time for silly jokes. Let's go check it out.
Hey guys, this was Anthony of his door.
Good day, all. Gramps, grannies, aunts, and uncles.
What in the Tibet are you doing here, Auroran?
Oh, he must be the one you mentioned. Kukuku's owner?
Nope.
One of his owners. Kind of.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
But, bro, what are you doing here?
I'm here to claim a lost item.
Can't tell if he's being deadpan or deadly serious.
Is this the person you saw on the boat, Mr. Kinich?
Somehow I highly doubt that. For starters, he just addressed us as Gramps and Grannies. And unless this is the youngest looking middle-aged man in the world, I don't think he's our guy.
I apologize for my grandson busting. You like this?
Huh. Was there something wrong with my door-knocking etiquette? That's how they do it in all the films.
That's not door-knocking etiquette. That's the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol doing their job. Completely different things.
Oh, I see. I figured it was just a polite way of requesting entry, to show the people inside you had something important to discuss. Oh, sorry about that. I totally goofed that one up. Give me a moment. I'll go back out and try again.
No need. Let's just go down to business. And what do you mean, Shrek?
So, Roran, you said you were here to claim a lost item. What did you lose?
Yeah, so basically...
Oran Cafe describes the style he's come to claim from the style of the box of the so.
For real now? Oh, come on, bro.
Is arresting my dear grandson what it's come to?
Auroran, be honest now. Were you the one who lost this?
No, it belongs to a friend.
So it belongs to Aoife?
Of course not. Aoife has his own gun.
Oran, tell us the truth, otherwise we're gonna have to arrest you for real.
All right then. I knew this wouldn't go well. So here's what went down. This morning, Aoife and I were playing rock, paper, scissors. Before long, he'd lost, as he usually does. So we figured we'd head out and visit some of the Cour de Fontaine's famous landmarks. When we got near the plaza, a man suddenly stopped us to ask for help. He said that he had lost something and that someone had found it and sent it over to the Palais Mermonia. But apparently he used to work here and was worried it'd be awkward bumping into his old coworkers, so he asked us to pretend to be the owners and claim it on his behalf.
You didn't manage to keep that pretense up for long.
It's fine. I'm not the one who feels awkward anyway.
So, a former employee of the Palais Mermonia. Was this individual a Fontaine native?
Yes, at least I assume so. He looked like a well-dressed gentleman to me. We were about to refuse, but he was so polite.
Could it have been a disguise?
Oh no. Auroran, Paimon thinks you've been tricked. This person might be in cahoots with the bad guys.
What? I never saw that coming.
Oh, maybe he already took off and escaped as soon as your mission went pear-shaped.
No way. I'm not that dumb.
Huh?
He's not going anywhere. Aoife and Kukuku are keeping an eye on him over at the plaza.
Keeping an eye on him. I like the sound of that.
Nicely done, bro.
In that case, let's hurry over to where Aoife is.
Oh,
Time to catch that
my
con
knee.
man and find out what's really going on here.
Yep.
Wait a minute, I have a question first.
What now?
Traveler, Paimon. You're pretty famous in Natlan, right?
Yeah.
Oh, we're basically household names. But why do you ask?
Well, it's not just us, Leech, Oran, and Aoife too.
Would that be a problem?
Remember when I said that the seller might be watching in secret?
If so, then picking a Roron to do their dirty work was a careless mistake on their part.
It suggests that the person who got Auroran to claim the item might not be fully in the know themselves. There are plenty of unanswered questions, but standing around racking our brains won't help. However,
Okay, yeah.
I
That
still
makes sense.
suggest that the famous faces among us, meaning the Traveler and Kinich, oh, and of course, Monsieur Nivelet too, stay here for the time being. We'll empty the box, give it to Auroron, and then he can claim the item as if nothing happened. I'll follow to check if anyone is watching.
Okay.
I doubt anyone would recognize me anyway, so I shouldn't draw too much attention.
Being low-key has its advantages, I guess. I mean, he is the Duke. I feel like some people probably do know him. He's been in newspapers sometimes, I think. But, like, probably not well known.
I think this plan is worth a try. I shall leave it to the pair of you.
So, I have to go undercover again, right?
Well, not exactly undercover. Just drop the special patrol persona and be yourself instead.
Roger that. Over and out.
Okay. Do we get to follow it? Like, do I get to be Risey? Please I do. Go on. Yes.
No sign of any suspicious individuals around here. Auroron has entered the elevator as planned. I'll head over to the plaza now. Auroron's taking the elevator. I should take a different route to the plaza.
Okay.
Nothing suspicious going on here either. Strange. Maybe we're overthinking this?
I don't think so.
Stop with the pecking! Stop with the pecking!
Now, why are you picking the guy?
Please, sir, I'm begging you, do me a favor and get this pet of yours under control!
Sorry, but he's not my pet. He's my coworker. And I should warn you, he's not too happy with how you're talking about him.
What the? This thing has a job? So in that land, they just dish out jobs to any old thing.
Uh-oh. Kukuku's not too big on being called a thing either. You're on your own now.
I'm sorry. Please, Mr. Kukuku. Master Kukuku. Lord Kukuku. I meant no offense, I promise.
All right, Kukuku. That'll do for now. Let me ask him some questions first.
Sure thing, bro.
Auroron actually looks pretty serious this time. Was he just pretending to be clueless earlier? Interesting. Think I'll sit back and see how this plays out.
You actually got it? Wow, didn't think it would be that easy.
Ah, excellent. Looks like sending you was the right approach after all.
After all?
I mean, because the staff at the Palais Mermonia don't recognize you, right?
So, I got it. But I don't remember promising I'd hand it over.
Huh?
This thing's pretty cool. I've taken a bit of a liking to it.
Please don't do this, my good sir, my master, my lord. My very life hangs in the balance.
His life hangs in the balance?
If this means so much to you, what are you gonna offer me in return?
Are you trying to get him to say my life?
How'd you know that?
Because I watched that film with you. You should drop the act. We don't want a real misunderstanding in our hands.
You're probably right. But honestly, I don't know what else to say. Sorry, this is the most myself I can be. Is that enough?
Enough. More than enough.
Who's this dude?
Just think of me as a staff member from the Palais Mermonia. Now, if you don't mind, I have some questions for this gentleman about that life or death treasure you were just discussing. Truthful answers appreciated, of course.
Oh no, I'm toast now.
What's that supposed to mean? You don't think the Palais Mermonia has the ability to protect our citizens?
No, I mean, yes, of course they do. Please ask away.
Okay, is he being friend?
But I'd rather you just tell the whole story, from the beginning.
I suppose I only have myself to blame. Such a rare antique, I couldn't resist. I'm a collector of antiques. Nothing excites me more than rare, old relics, and to be completely honest, if someone's selling, I'm buying. I don't care to ask where they sourced their goods. As for the seller of this particular item, well, I've never met him in person. We've had some prior dealings, but always under the cover of coded ads in some shady tabloids. Lost and found notices, missing person ads, that sort of thing. As long as I took care to hide a time and place somewhere within the text, then slipped some mora into the envelope before submitting the ad, it would get published. And that was that. No fuss, no trace. Simple, right? Normally, everything goes off without a hitch. But this time, I arrive at the pickup spot expecting a discreet in and out, and instead, I find a whole construction crew at work. That was not what we'd agreed. But I couldn't just let it go, so I reached out to him again the same way as usual. He replied, and do you know what he said? He told me that the item's now in the Palais Mermonia.
Well, he wasn't lying about that.
He insisted that it would be inconvenient for him to make an appearance himself, but said that if I could somehow find a way to retrieve it from the Palais, he'd give me a discount on the price. Of course it wasn't the discount that swung it. Do I look like I'm strapped for cash?
Feeling smug now, are we?
Feeling smug now, are we?
QQ.
No, please go easy on me.
Go on.
Where was I? Well, anyway, I thought to myself, seeing as the item itself came from Natlan, it would make more sense if I could find someone from there to go retrieve it. And by a stroke of complete and utter coincidence, I just so happened to see these two young folks wandering around, so I'm so very sorry. I underestimated the pair of you.
I need you to clear something up for me. You haven't paid the seller yet, correct? And yet he told you to collect the item from the Palais Mermonia. Was he not worried that you just split afterwards?
Well, to be honest, though I can't claim to know him very well, he, on the other hand, seems to know my name and where I live. Besides, this is a guy who managed to get his hands on an ancient Natlanese weapon. That's probably not the kind of person I want to double-cross.
Fair. That makes sense.
Yeah,
so,
Mr.
Please, just call me Argento.
All right, Mr. Argento. Listen very carefully to what I'm about to say. It will determine how much of the rest of your life you'll be spending beneath the waves.
What does he mean? Is he gonna drown him just like they do in those gangster films? Oh, I get it. He's talking about that place at the bottom of the Fontanian Sea.
Yeah.
Shh, can it?
He is the Duke, or...
Owing to your suspected involvement in the illicit trade of Natlanese relics, you're now one of the suspects in an international smuggling case. A trip to the Opera Epiclese seems unavoidable at this stage, but on the bright side, you still have one chance to make things right.
Okay. Do I really? Please tell me what to do.
It's very simple. Just reach out to your seller in the same way as usual, arrange to meet, bring the money, and make the deal. Just be sure to let me know all the details. I'm talking time, place, the whole lot.
Well, I'm gonna quickly go to the toilet 'cause I'm holding it in, so yeah, be right back. Also, my neck is killing me. I think I must have slept funny. Like, it's just like, it's just right here, it's just killing me. Okay, be right back, guys. Alright. Okay. Yeah. Yep.
If we can catch the other party by doing this, you'll have gone some way toward redeeming yourself. Understand?
Oh, I see. I understand. You shall have my full and unadulterated cooperation.
Good. Don't break the law, and don't even think about making a run for it. The Palais Mermonia will be watching you and ensuring your safety. All right, take the box, but leave your ID and other documents behind. You can go now. As for you two, protocol dictates that I should take you both back to the Palais and have you sign a confidentiality agreement. But that would take a lot of time and effort.
Such a hassle, bro!
See? Mr. Kukuku knows exactly where I'm coming from. So, I was thinking, since you're all friends of the Traveler...
I understand, sir. We got dragged into this by accident, and it has diddly squat to do with us. And out of respect for the Traveler, we won't say another word.
Yep,
Oh,
thank you,
I know
now
this
shut.
part. We better keep our mouths shut, or we'll
Yep.
both be sleeping with the fishes in the tailor-made pair of cement shoes. In that case, I understand completely.
Oh, that called me a god.
Not exactly what I was going for, but if that's how you want to understand it, then be my guest.
Yeah, make them sleep
Then
with
it's
the
settled.
fishes tonight.
Thanks for your help.
Been watching some gangster or mob family movies, so what's going on against you?
Boy, am I glad that's over. That's enough work for one day. Time to head back.
I forgot, we're not even here, are we? Who's gonna tell us all the news? Probably gonna, like, it's probably not gonna technically tell us, it's gonna be a screen where it tells us. Ah.
Wesley's back!
No, I just...
Judging by your expression, it must be good news, huh?
Yeah, good news.
Went smoothly, on the whole.
Yeah, sick. Wisely recounts what happened. It all makes perfect sense, but somehow it feels like Wisely has glossed over a lot of the bro talk.
So basically, we hold off until Argento and the other party have set up the next stage of the transaction. Then we plan our next move.
Patience will be key.
I get that. It's like hunting. I'm just not sure the other party will take the bait so easily.
Well, if he didn't need the money, or if he valued self-preservation over making a profit, he could have walked away as soon as the contraband was brought to the Palais Mermonia. On top of that, although he hasn't shown his face yet, he seems to have no followers or accomplices, and he's relying on an extremely limited set of options to push the deal along. So, if you ask me, he seems like someone who cares a lot about his image and has a somewhat high opinion of himself, but lacks any real ability. I almost get the feeling that if he misses out on this opportunity, he won't have any other way of making money. His every move is like a spin of the roulette wheel, hoping that the ball will land exactly where he wants it to.
Yeah. It is nice to be like be on another case. Like I love the 14
I don't know.
Sorry, classes.
Maybe he'll
and
cut
all
his
that.
losses and vanish into thin air, and our efforts will have been in vain.
Yeah.
At least Natlan will get the stolen relic back, so it won't have been for nothing.
In that case, let's hope his arrogance stays in play.
Everyone, I have just briefed the Morishose Phantom on the situation. As soon as there are any further developments, we will act without delay. When that time comes, we will be relying on your help.
Leave it to us, bro.
We'll be waiting for the good news.
Ugh. Så tänker jag ta på.
Ad Astra. Thank you for complete.
this one. I need to kind of do my event thing. I'm going to make Gabby. I did. Okay, I might like later on this live stream. Okay, I'm on stream on Whirling. I might probably do the event thing with that today. Just get done because I need to get done. Okay. And then... Wait until 8:10, okay. Back to 8:10. At least I have like a... Oh my god. Update also time. That's wasted time. Sick. Not just you guys, just be safe. Oh.
Novelette sent someone to contact us this morning! That must mean there's been some progress! No time to waste! Let's head out!
That's what I was doing. I thought I got a mission.
Hey everyone! We're not late, are we?
No, you're just in time. Well rested, I trust?
We're never late, Paimon, because every time, because we're the main characters, we can't be tardy. You're gonna have sleepy. I've not rested well. I'm like tired and exhausted and everything. Staying busy keeps you sharp.
A great way to stay energetic, certainly.
Have you all started preparing?
We received word from Mr. Argenteau yesterday, confirming the time and location of the transaction. It'll take place this afternoon, and it turns out it'll be somewhere we all know pretty well, too. The Film Fantasyland restaurant.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Huh. He sure does like that place.
But...
Seems like you share our concerns, Traveler.
Indeed. Capturing someone in a crowded event venue will be much more challenging than in an open area. The criminal might try to blend in with the crowd, or even escape by taking hostages. In light of this, we've had to make additional preparations. As soon as we received the news yesterday, we began coordinating with the Marechaussee Phantom and the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
We'll be deploying lots of undercover agents on site. If things go south, the safety of the civilians will be our top priority.
Yeah.
Of course, fingers crossed, everything will go without a hitch.
I noticed a bunch of familiar faces from the previous case, like Captain Chevres of the Special Patrol, so I'm feeling optimistic.
We'll trust your instincts then. Oh, yeah, and by the way, we've also been in communication with Miss Lapine Pauline and Miss Navia.
The Spina di Rosula will provide support within a controlled scope, so there's no need to worry.
The only potential issue is with Miss Escoffier.
She doesn't want to serve criminals, she wants to introduce them to her chopping board.
You know what, that might not be such a bad idea. All right, no more jokes. Miss Escoffier has made it clear that she doesn't want her restaurant to suffer any losses as a result of this operation. But, Well, I have a feeling things might not go quite as smoothly as she hopes.
Is there anything I can do?
To be honest, we shouldn't have dragged you into this in the first place, and it's caused you quite enough trouble already. The Fontanian authorities should be able to handle the rest from here. But still, I'm guessing you'd like to see how it all turns out.
Definitely.
Well then, feel free to head down to the scene, but just stay alert, play it by ear. You won't necessarily have to do anything. Unless things go pear-shaped, of course.
I'll do my best to ensure that things don't escalate to that point.
You're getting involved too, Kanich?
Of course. There are still a lot of unanswered questions, but our intel so far indicates that the culprit's from Natlan. Plus, I'm already a witness in this case. Might as well see this thing through to the end.
Just go priorities.
That's the Kanich we know and love.
The group on to discuss the surveillance of operations being got to watch. For once, the conversation goes surprisingly perhaps because the how and who aren't present. Yeah, it just has a great. Well, all really things were going way up with how showed up outside, crashing out to new, crashing out new that.
Well, that's enough of the small talk. The operation's scheduled for the
I don't think
afternoon.
how's a bet new
If
that
we're
yet.
quick enough, we'll even have time for a few cups of tea before we leave.
Oh, and let's grab something to eat too. Can't work on an empty stomach, you know.
But won't you just be watching?
And rooting for you. It's a very important job.
Alright, I'll head over to the venue now. Ahao's been harping on for days now about this event-exclusive meal he wants to try. Guess I might as well shut him up sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
See you in a bit.
I look forward to hearing how it all goes.
Same. The price of every the price of every price.
This beach seems to be getting livelier by the day.
Thanks in part, so surely to the undercover agents.
Traveler, Paimon's getting kind of hungry. Let's go check out the restaurant menu, shall we?
Yeah. Ooh, okay, that's the guy. The guy has the case, that's got to be him. Alright, it's business time. Ooh, cutscene. Guess I'm that land.
Your friend thought you might be thirsty. Won't you stay and drink it?
Okay. Oh, why shot at that?
I tend to steer clear of drinks left out in the open.
Okay.
You're surrounded. Give up and come with.
You lousy swine!
Yeah.
Stop right there!
Was Fringe eating cake?
A surprise performance! Wow, how lucky we are!
Quick, take a photo! After him!
Sorry, my guy. Unlicensed and illegally docked. It's not going anywhere.
Just throw Novia? What's going on?
Don't let him get away!
Be careful!
Amazing!
Lowly worm! firm. No one flies higher than the almighty Dragon Lord! Who's stealing my fun? Ah, you again! You're driving me crazy!
Oh my god.
Alright, that's a wrap.
Oh my god.
Unbelievable! You can't just drag someone around like that? Such blatant disregard for human life. I'm gonna sue the living daylights out of you!
Well, one, you're criminal now. Second, that was one of the best cinematics we've had in a while. Like, not like action cinematics, like that whole art style comic book style, that looked insane. There's probably some hidden details there or whatever, maybe, I don't know. I did see 3D Cake, that was like such a great thingy. Okay, and the music tops it off.
Will you now? I think I did you a favor by pulling you away from your audience. Saved you some face at the very least. As for whether you were facing up or down along the way, well, that was your decision, wasn't it?
For you? Alright, I admit it. I was in the wrong. Oh, of course I know the difference between right and wrong, but I had no choice. I desperately needed the money.
Don't try sympathy though.
I was an expert on ancient relics. Not only did I have a successful career, but a happy family too. But my son, I never imagined he'd turn out this way. Fell in with the wrong crowd and ended up shoulder deep in gambling. We had some savings, but he drained them away like a waterfall. Once he fell into debt, he had creditors regularly coming over to threaten and intimidate him. I'm his father. How could I just stand by and watch him suffer like that? Oh, my son is about the same age as you are. If only he could have turned out more like you. That's the only reason I needed the money. Please, believe me. You... Please, kid, I'm begging you. Help me. I see you're from Natland too. That makes us brothers. Please, have mercy. I still have a chance to help my son straighten himself out. But only if I get back. If I go to prison now, he'll be doomed, I tell you, doomed!
Don't try sympathy though.
Together and fighting for a better future what families do? Our fate is in your hands, young man. Please, have a heart.
Something wrong, Kanich? Gone soft, have we?
I don't believe a word you say. Wriothesley had you just about figured out. You're a gambler. Pure and simple.
A gambler? Me? Nonsense! I told you, it's my son!
First of all, are you really from Natlan? You've been keeping tabs on the gun's whereabouts this whole time. You should have recognized at least one familiar face by now. On top of that, the way you threatened to sue me? Spoken like a true Fontanian, if you ask me.
Huh? What kind of logic is that?
Yeah, I think that honestly came up soon.
I can explain. I actually grew up in...
He's not listening, bro.
I don't want to hear another word. Ahau, here's your chance. Shut someone else up for once.
Yeah.
The moment I've been waiting for.
Kahoo. Come on.
This scumbag!
Being a compulsive liar is one of the hallmarks of a die-hard gambler. I bet you're just a Fontanian pretending to be from Natlan. Even if you have any friends or family to speak of, I'm guessing they've long since cut all ties with you. And you have your depraved ways to thank for that. Of course, I might be wrong. But does that matter? I'm just here to arrest you. If you're looking for an advocate or a shoulder to cry on, you're out of luck. Besides, prying the truth out of you is exactly what your beloved courts are for. Isn't that right? Many thanks.
And me? What about me? So rude. You should be bowing down in gratitude to the almighty Dragon Lord. Hey, what do you mean? Hold it right there!
Sorry, that was a whole thing. Alright, are you okay, Kniech?
Don't worry. I'm fine. I wasn't the one who just got dragged all the way here.
You seem a little upset just now.
Little Kniech, thinking back to when you were just an itty-bitty boy, Kniech, aren't ya? Aw, don't start crying like a little baby. I am the almighty Dragon Lord! No servant of mine will be seen acting so weak and pathetic in public!
What are you on about?
But, how bad, how bad?
Still, I suppose there's no point hiding it from you. To put it plainly, I can't stand gamblers. They're the most irresponsible people in the entire world. No respect for the principle that you have to give in order to get. They'll tell 1,000 lies for a single coin, deluding themselves into thinking they can use it to gamble their way to a vast fortune.
I wouldn't say all gamblers.
But we all know that even when it looks like you're getting something for free,
but at the same time, like, you know, it's
there's
not
always an
all
unseen
gamblers
cost.
like that.
In
I
the
put
past,
most though, but not all.
I also ended up
There's a
paying
lot.
a price for my father's gambling losses. I don't want anyone else to end up in a similar situation if I can help it.
Kniech.
Don't feel sorry for me. I certainly don't feel sorry for myself. They say that people are shaped by their past. And since I've made it this far, I must have done a lot of things right. We should never punish ourselves for the mistakes of others. Instead, I choose to remember the moments that helped me grow. Like when I first learned to use a grappling hook.
That is such a great image. Look at that. Yeah.
Or the very first time I yearned for knowledge.
I'm assuming this feels like some like Sumeru kind of thing.
Yeah, I believe you. Let's get going. If we don't head back soon, we'll cause more unnecessary worry.
Yeah. I mean, there's a Sealy's here.
Yep.
Sorry, how do you even get that Sealy's? It's in the air. I'm assuming you jump off that and you fly towards it. Okay, I don't know, that's quite... Why did it stop my finish event there?
Yay! Traveler Kniech, you're back! We just saw Chevro's taking the criminal away! She looked pretty pleased with herself.
Well, it did go smoother than expected. Our opponent was pretty weak.
So after so much running in circles, turns out he had no fight in him, huh? Guess running away was the only trick up his sleeve.
Yeah.
Oh, also, Risley said to let you know that he's already left. He went to report back to the Palais Mermonia. Apparently, the Mari show say Phantom's preparing to carry out an in-depth investigation into illegal gambling activities. Sounds like they'll have their hands full. Anyway, that's for the Palais to worry about, not really our concern.
Oh, judging by how fast the Duke took off, I'd say he was avoiding my camera. Sorry, but I guess I'm used to that by now.
Hey, it's not like you to give up so easily, Charlotte.
Yes, but I got plenty of other great shots back there. More than enough for a front page spread. And on that note, the busier reporter needs to scoot viewers' photos won't develop themselves.
Make sure you pick the best shots of Paimon. Oh, already gone. Hope she heard that.
She said the only one is not wasted. You can trust her judgment, Pam. She's a professional photographer.
Yeah, you're right. But what took you all so long to get here? Did something happen?
Nothing we couldn't take care of. How bumped his head and started crying. Kanichi hit his head and started crying.
What? Rumors and slander!
It wouldn't be his truth.
When have I, the almighty Dragon Lord, Kahulahau, ever sunk to such sniveling?
Often, actually.
Anyway, what's next?
To be honest, I haven't decided yet. At the moment, I've got nothing urgent to get back for. And, in any case, the court might need me to testify again. Plus, that gun's still a key piece of evidence. I'll probably have to wait until the case is closed before I can return it to Natlan. So, I guess I'll be sticking around to enjoy the beach a little longer.
Okay, so there's a lens event. 20 to like a 5 to event. I will do all this just because I need to do that to do my event so it doesn't run out. As far as this event goes, I think it was very good. The story-wise, very good. I like seeing all the characters interact with each other. That cutscene was amazing though. I love seeing all the characters interact with each other. Like, for example, Kukuku and Nuvolet are probably the best interactions here. And then you got Rising Kukuku too. And Nuvolet and, you know, Rise, they're always a great duo to have. And then you got Auron and Aoife, great duos. And then you also got Navia, always great. The person through Navia was pretty funny. Honestly, I might actually go back and watch that kind of like whole thingy just to figure out some details or whatever. So I'm gonna do my fun. Go back. Come on. Just want to see. Yeah, you got Farina eating a cake at the thing. I'm pretty sure. I just wanted to see that. But yeah, that's literally the only cameo Farina makes in this whole thing, and she's in the front cover. I'm pretty sure. But honestly, all in all, a great event. Cutscene, one of the best cutscenes we've had in a while, in my opinion, of course. Like, in a while, and obviously a lot of great cutscenes, like, you know, Darken Quest, Natlan's Quest, whatever. In a while can mean anything, but a unique cutscene for sure, and I loved it. Like I said, the event was really nice. Loved Kukuku interacting with it, stuff, and Kukuku knowing a new phrase. I am just waffling now. Kanichi, I feel like Kanichi and Rising make a good duo here, to be honest. They're on the front covers of both, but they make a pretty good duo, to be fair. Okay, without further ado, I'll be ending this video here. Honestly, like I said, a great thing. We loved the event. I'll be doing the actual, like, the event now. I love the quest, but I've been doing the event now just to get, like, Prime Gems worth. And without further ado, I'll see you guys next time. Make sure to subscribe, do all that great stuff. It does help me out a lot. And hopefully, I'll be doing more Genshin stuff in the future. I just need to get back in playing games. It's like, it takes a lot of energy to play games sometimes. I'm not saying it's harder than like working an actual job, but it's like it still takes a lot of effort to play games, especially when you're completely energyless. You know, when you have energy. Without further ado, I'll see you guys next time. Bye. I do this just for the thing. Like, I just did see these people and I'm doing this for the thing.
Earlier on, that lady with the pink hair took a picture of a Hao and Kukuku together.
You sound a little disappointed. Were you hoping to be in it too?
I was at first, but after seeing how awkward a Hao looked, I figured I wouldn't really fit in.
And you didn't think of sharing this any sooner? I'd have cuddled your neck and smiled for the camera! Anything to get out of being in the same frame as that thing!
Really? Well, no worries, you still can. Come here, Give us a hug.
I hope your face is ready, because it's about to get flame roasted! I got your back, bro!
Yeah.
Kanich, have you thought about maybe ditching that little rascal? Leaving him here for good when you leave?
I have. But given that Ahao's also an old relic, that would probably count as international smuggling. I can't bring myself to knowingly break the law.
Guess we all have our problems in life.
Yeah. Okay, now that's up.